Go after to those directly violated. Then, later on, we'll see if there is somebody else who are involved. Kumbaga sa riding in tandem, nahuli mo yung driver, yung gunman, nakatalon, nahuli mo yung driver, doon matutuntun na natin kung nasaan yung gunman. Sort of saying, metaphorically speaking, this is the right course. We've been discussing all these things so that no politics will be involved kasi ayoko rin i-pollute yung damdamin ng taong bayan ang taong bayan ay magkaroon ng confusion na politika and so on and so forth. Now, who violated? Clear violation, blatant violation, and blatant disregard of the law, rules and regulation should be subject to criminal and civil charges. In this case, yung mga contractor. Yan, saka na sila. We'll see. Again, I'll cross the bridge when I get there. But I told you, no holy cow. Today, we are stating on things that we need to do to protect the interests of the people of Manila and its property under the supervision, authority, and management by yours truly. As you all know, last week we were caught in surprise of an incident in Rasak, Santa Cruz, Manila. With that, through the weekend and holidays, your city government officials have conducted thorough investigation. And we have made a decision to pursue legal means against a corporation doing business in the city of Manila and abusing their business practice and doing unlawful business practice in the city of Manila. Now, today the city government of Manila will be filing criminal charges against contractor GLC Construction and Supply, represented by its general manager, Jess R. Mahusay, for illegal construction of the Centro Comunidad de Santa Cruz project within the Rizal Avenue Sports Athletic Complex, or commonly known as RASAC. The following criminal charges will be filed against the contractor. First case to be filed: special cases of malicious mischief under Article 328 of the Revised Penal Code as amended, for causing damage for RASAC facilities, including the satellite office of the city government, police outpost, daycare center, performance stage, among others. Complaint to be filed before the city prosecutor's office by the city General Services Office. Second case, unlawful demolition and construction without necessary permit in violation of the National Building Code of the Philippines. On what ground? Demolishing the RASAC covered courts and other government structures therein without securing necessary demolition permit from the city building official, which is a clear violation of the National Building Code. Started constructing the multipurpose project without coordinating with the local government of Manila as instructed by the local government code. And if I may share some particular section of the local government code violated, Section 26 and Section 27 of the local government code, RA 7160. And for failing to secure building permit from the city building official, which is again a clear violation of the National Building Code. Complaint to be filed by before the City Prosecutor's Office by Department of Engineering and Public Works of City of Manila. Third case, unauthorized taking of government facility in violation of the Republic Act number 10344 or 10344 or the Risk Reduction and Preparedness Equipment Protection Act for demolishing the RASAC facility, which has been an important location for evacuation and humanitarian purposes. The same facility is used as evacuation centers or center in times of disasters, fires, and other calamities. And as you all know also, if I may refresh your memory, it was utilized during the time of pandemic for our homeless individual exposed to COVID-19 in the streets of Manila. Complaint to be filed before the City Prosecutor's Office by the Manila City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office or NCDRRMO. Pangapat, the civil aspect of the crimes mentioned above will be filed separately. The City Government of Manila has filed the demand letter to GLC Construction and Supply Incorporated for illegally demolishing or demolished government structures and facility, which is owned by the City Government of Manila. And at the time of construction, especially at the time of Mayor Alfredo S. Lim, the value of it is 10.4 million pesos. I have here the certification, which will furnish you a copy of this following certification later on. This is to certify that based on our official records, the Rizal Covered Court located in Alvarez Street, Santa Cruz, Manila has a net book value of 10,441,796.60 as of August 22, 2005. Issued this 22nd day August 2025, City of Manila. Signed, Assistant City Accountant, Officer in Charge, Jonathan Galorio. Another certification from OBO, Office of the Building Official. This is to certify that no record of building permit was issued under the name GLC Construction and Supply for the project construction of multipurpose building Centro Comunidad de Santa Cruz, Manila City, Phase 1. Located at Rizal Avenue, corner Alvarez Street, Manila. As stated in the National Building Code of the Philippines, Presidential Decree number 1096, Chapter 3, Permits and Inspection, Section 301 of the Building Permits. No person, firm, or corporation, including any agency or instrumentality of government, shall erect, construct, alter, repair, move, convert, or demolish any building or structure or cause the same to be done without first obtaining a building permit, therefore from the building official assigned in the place where the subject building is located or the building work is to be done. Signed, Manila Building Official, Rogelio Vicente. This is the certification. By the city accountant. Third certification. This is to certify that no record of demolition permit was issued under the name GLC Construction and Supply for the project construction of multipurpose building Centro Comunidad de Santa Cruz, Manila, Phase 1. Located at Rizal Avenue, corner Alvarez Street, Manila by this office. As stated, the same in the National Building Code of the Philippines, Presidential Decree number 1096, Chapter 3, Permits and Inspection, Section 301 of the Building Permits. No person, firm, or corporation, including any agency or instrumentality of the government, shall erect, construct, alter, repair, move, convert, or demolish any building or structure or cause the same to be done without first obtaining a building permit therefore from the building official assigned in the place where the subject building is located or the building work is to be done. Signed, Manila Building Official, Rogelio Vicente. Walang demolition permit. Walang building permit. Sinira ang property na pag-aari ng taong bayan sa lungsod ng Maynila nang walang kaukulang permiso o prosesong sinunod ang GLC Construction and Supply. This afternoon, we will file cases against these people as mentioned with regard to the violation, criminal charges, and civil. Thank you for your time. I may now entertain some of your questions.
Yung remain natin lang, pag-state na po yung outlet, ako pangalan.
Good morning po, Your Honor.
Hi, Sian.
Si Ann Ambrosio po from ABS-CBN. Yung binabanggit po ng company, isa lang po ba yung sa binabanggit ni Presidente? Parang familiar po yung name.
Yes, sila ay mga kumpanyang nakasama sa mga binanggit ni Pangulo at reported sa website ng Office of the President. Yung what you call isumbong mo sa Pangulo. Yes. They're one of those.
So, meron po kayong mahabang list ng mga companies involved, related po to sa flood control project. Kakasuhan din po ba ninyo yung mga yun?
This is the flood control project done in the city of Manila 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Amounting to more or less 14 billion done in Manila. So most of it finished already. Bumaha ng pondo sa Maynila, bumaha pa rin sa Maynila. Now, itong lahat ng ito ay walang permit sa lungsod. Yes, we are investigating them. And they are also being investigated by the Office of the President. But that is the thing of the past. Sad to say, ulitin ko, bumaha ng pondo sa flood control sa Maynila, amounting to 14 billion, and yet the people of Manila and those people studying, working, doing business, going in and out of Manila continue to suffer with the flooding. Gusto niyo malaman per district? Per district? Ginala. District 1, 3.4 billion. District 2, 2 billion and 59 million. District 3, 4.2 billion. District 4, 1.3 billion. District 5, 1.1 billion. District 6, 2 billion and 60 million. Total of 14 billion, 313 million, 132,309 pesos and 12 centavos from project allocation for the year 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. At malamang sa hindi, kulang pa yan. Kasi ang lahat ng ito ay kinuha lang namin sa website ng Pangulo. Yun ay nakaraan. Ngayon may bago pa. 112 new ongoing projects without permit, without paying regulatory fees for the local government of Manila. Particularly, contractor's tax. Pag ordinaryong tao, nag-a-apply ng demolition permit. Pag ordinaryong taong nagpursigi, nakaipon, papaayos ang bahay, kumukuha ng building permit. And they pay regulatory fees, like what you call contractor's tax under the Manila Tax Ordinance. These are ongoing. We'll send you a copy of this. And yung mga binanggit ni Pangulo na mga kumpanyang paborito, nandito rin. Kayo na ang humusga. Konti-konti lang po ito. Random. 145 million, 97 million, 140 million, 94 million, 80 million, 142 million, 141 million. Kadikit-dikit pa yung numero. 141 million. GLC ulit. Ang daming GLC. 141 million. 94 million. 94 million. 140 million. 142 million. Mukhang paborito nila yung 140 million. Kasi tinitingnan ko lang naman random lang. So this is ongoing. And we continue to investigate. Now, hopefully, after today, they will learn a very good lesson. As I have said before, again and again, welcome kayong magnegosyo sa Maynila. We welcome development in Manila. Immaterial of political color, as long as you follow simple procedure. Ang masakit yung pagka-ordinaryong tao, hirap na hirap kumuha ng permit sa Maynila o sa local government. Pero pagka malalaking kumpanya, parang binabaliwala nila ang pamalang. So, we are investigating them. Yes, Sian.
Last question na from
Sure.
So, rekta pa lang po, Yorme, sino ang tingin niyong dapat sisihin sa pagbaha sa Maynila?
Well, as far as ayokong pangunahan ng Pangulo sa investigasyon na ginagawa. I think they have more resources to tell the people who is liable or not, who've done projects properly, o baka meron ding guni-guni. If I may borrow the words of the President. No? But first things first, yung para muna sa aming mga taga-Maynila. Mauna muna ang taong bayan. Nagagamit ang building na iyon sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay ng komunidad sa Santa Cruz. Biglang nawala, napagkaitan ang mga taga-Maynila. That is my obligation. Hopefully, someday, somehow, magkaalaman din kung sino ang mga taong may kapabayaan. For now, it's very clear from your city government of Manila that there is liability on the part of the contractor. There are hundreds more, or a little over and under 100 contractors doing infrastructure projects from the national government. Of course, we'll go after them. The same banana. Unless they follow the local government code, provision of it, and other existing laws, like the National Building Code, and other ordinances, local laws of the City of Manila. Now, gusto ba namin silang sampahan lang ng kaso? Hindi po. Kaya lang, parang gusto nilang parang siguro nasanay silang walang umahabol sa kanila. Ngayon, I think they should learn their lesson very well. Welcome silang kumuha ng permiso sa Maynila at magbayad ng obligasyon sa syudad ng Maynila. We will welcome them, each and every one of them, if they follow procedure.
Sir, good morning po. Camille Samonte po from TV5. Just going back doon sa Chelsea Construction, ano po ba supposedly yung itatayin nila doon sa
Centro Comunidad de Santa Cruz.
Kind of business?
Multipurpose daw.
Multi-purpose hall. But sir, sino po yung nag-approve?
DPWH.
DPWH.
Without budget. Why? Because this type of projects is one of those under FLR for later release. Para sa mabilis na pangunawa ng ating mga manonood, this project is subject to approval of the office of the President. In the absence of such, it should not be done.
Sir, itong Chelsea, meron din silang flood control project po.
Meron din.
Ano-
Marami rin.
Ano pong mga district po itong ginawa?
Halo-halo.
Kompleto na po.
Bibigay ko sa iyo mamaya yung kopya.
Pero sir, sino po yung nakikita ninyong local official po na most likely involved or may awareness about these flood control projects, and ito rin po yung sa pagde-demolish na wala namang kaukulang permit?
Yes, we are now investigating also other local government official of the past. Because it was started May 2022, immediately after the election. I assume July 1.
And then sir, dun sa Chelsea,
Chelsea.
sorry. Dun sa Chelsea, yung kanilang flood control po dito so far in your observation, are they working or hindi sila usable at all?
Well, I don't have to be an engineer or kahit sino man taga Maynila, hindi kailangan maging ininyero or mathematician. 14 billion worth of flood control project, o baha pa rin naman. So, isa lang ibig sabihin, hindi effective. And now, again, if I may borrow the words of the President, palpak. Baha pa rin.
So sir, safe to say that Chelsea is one of the top contractors po na gumawa ng flood control here in City of Manila.
As per records.
Ed Reyes po sa People's Tribe.
Ed.
Doon sa civil case na isasampay nyo dun sa contractor, mag-claim kayo ng damage.
Of course.
Magkano?
So far, 10 million. Pero, mas gusto kong gawin nila ulit yun. Kung sakaling sila'y mapatunayang may sala. I don't want to be ahead of myself. They are now accused. If they are guilty, then I will let the court decide on the matter. But we have a solid case. We have solid evidences. And it's available and it will be we will furnish the respective the office of the city prosecutor's office today.
Kung sakali po sir na makakuha sila ng permit o magpusigi sila kumuha ng permit, maitutuloy ba yung proyekto?
We'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Any question? Ito Mayor, ganito yung ano yun. Ito lately, ito last week, talagang nagkaitin yung bakbakan na ng Joel. Meron bang grounds para humidity na po kung term na for the sake of Makilas?
Saka na yun. Political lang yun. Today is what we are after is to fulfill our obligation. Din namin ang aming obligasyon sa taong bayan. Pasilidad ng taong bayan, obligasyon ko itong proteksyonan. At kung kinakailangan maibalik o maituloy, then we'll cross the bridge when we get there. But today is about the grave violation of a corporation doing projects from the national government And today, the start of new beginning that showing to all contractors that we really mean business and we wanted to put a dot on everything today. If they will not comply, all those mentioned in the records, they will suffer the same thing what GLC Construction and Supply Company will suffer. And walang holy cow. Tuloy-tuloy na to, Pat. Now, I hope they are watching. There is time for redemption. Do we need projects in Manila? Yes, of course. Ang tanong ba'y makabubuti sa tao? Pag makabubuti sa tao, Pat, will support. The way we did with Congressman Cheng and Congressman Maceda. So, gano'n lang kasimple ito. Protection of public interest. Doon muna kami today. Yung politika lang yan. Natin pag-iintindihin niyo.
Ngayon, maganda yung sinimulan mo sa mga LGU. Ay open na sa buong LGU sa buong Pilipinas na any project dapat tumaan sa permit o paalam man lang. Elementary courtesy, hindi nangyayari yun dahil siga yung mga proponent mga organization.
Actually, it's not even a courtesy if I may put that in right perspective. It's more on following the rules and regulations as stated by the law. So, alam mo yung pagod na yung tao, ano ba talaga? Sino ba talaga may sala? O, eto ngayon, yung damdamin ng taong bayan, tinutugunan namin ngayon at tinutuldukan na natin ang mga bagay-bagay. Ito ay umpisa ng mahabang journey of local government unit going after to the contractors without seeking necessary permit and complying with rules and regulations. Because Manila is not a unique city. The law that is existing in Manila is the same law that exists in 1,600 plus local government unit because we only have one law, what you call RA 7160 or the Local Government Code. And I think any lawyer for that matter will agree with me. So, what is happening to X city, to B city, to Y city is also happening, or laws that existing there is the same law that exists here in the city of Manila. It's just that your city government of Manila's action today is to really put an end to these abusive contractors of national government agency not following rules and regulations and existing laws.
Kaya walang natanong yan kasi nung si BB yung mga LGU.
Sinabi ni BBM.
Alam na may project pala doon sa lugar nila. Ang laki-laki BB.
Pati governor, napanood ko eh. Na-shock din siya. Hindi rin yung isang governor napanood ko. Hindi rin niya alam.
Ginagawa niya, kahit lumakay dito po.
Saka don't get me wrong, Pat. We will approve when it is, wala mo problema eh. Bayad kayong buwis, aprobahan namin kung kapakinabangan ng tao.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mayor Denise Sancho from 1PH, Signal TV. Confirm ko lang, Mayor, alam ko this is still under investigation, pero may idea ba tayo bakit ang dami nakakalusot na ganito na walang permit?
Walang sumite. Ang malas ng mga kontraktor na yan, nag-iikot ako. I go around. In fact, last Sunday, I confiscated the illegally parked truck above the bridge. Tapos malaman-laman ko, uy, may flood control project pala kayo dyan. Oh, it was posted in our, that is, I think, Sunday, no, Monday. Monday yata yun. Sa Estero, sa United Nation Avenue, before the Robinson Mall. Imagine mo, di ba? I mean, let's be honest to ourselves. Anyway, mapapagod lang ang mga mayor. Kakahanap ng hanap. Ngayon, we'll start charging cases against them. And I hope by this time, no, yung mga involved ay dapat tingnan ng, let's just say in this case, no, let's just say DPWH, dapat tingnan ng DPWH para ma-blacklist naman itong mga to. How can agencies of government tolerate these contractors to participate in bidding without complying to basic requirements of law? For sure, yun din ang tanong ng bayan.
Mayor, related naman sa Sulog Apog, kamusta na po yung ongoing?
Sira pa rin. Nakakaawa yung mga taga-Sunog Apog. And it costs the city, not only the city, the people of this country costs the taxpayers' money is about mga 700 million na. On a less than 500 square meter facility. Shangri-La yata tinayo dun.
Sir, sorry, just going back.
Yeah, sure.
So you mentioned kanina doon sa mga per district ng flood control project. So District 3, if I got it right, 4.3 billion. So isa po doon sa pinaka malaking allocation ng budget for flood.
We'll furnish you the copy, these documents.
But Mayor, since District po ito ni Congressman Joel, is he gonna be part of the investigation? And meron na rin po ba tayong coordination with him because it's part of his district and pati sir yung mga contractor po na walang permit na nakalusot?
Again, once and for all, this is the right due course as per suggested by our city legal officer, Attorney Lutz. Go after to those directly violated, then later on, we'll see if there is somebody else who are involved. Kumbaga sa riding in tandem, nahuli mo yung driver, yung gunman, nakatalon, nahuli mo yung driver, doon matutuntun na natin kung nasaan yung gunman. Sort of saying, metaphorically speaking, this is the right course. We've been discussing all these things so that no politics will be involved kasi ayoko rin i-pollute yung damdamin ng taong bayan ang taong bayan ay magkaroon ng confusion na politika and so on and so forth. Now, who violated? Clear violation, blatant violation, and blatant disregard of the law, rules and regulation should be subject to criminal and civil charges. In this case, yung mga contractor. Yan, saka na sila. We'll see. Again, I'll cross the bridge when I get there. But I told you, no holy cow.
Last question.
Okay?
Last question, ma'am. Wala
Nana?
Maraming salamat, guys.
Okay, mag-ingat kayo. We'll update you on the proper cases filed today. We'll send you copies of it for general consumption and the copies of these documents, as you have been asking also, for purposes of clarity and guidance of everyone. Again, to our friends in the media and the bloggers who are here, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for helping us